The Extreme Festival of Motorsport is proudly brought to you by Car Care Clinic, Bridgestone Tyres, Autobahn, Hankook Tyres, and associated alterations. We go to Zwartkops for the final round of the Extreme Festival, and a big crowd has come out despite having 4 weekends in a row here. And they're all looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the last couple of races for our regional categories. We kick things off with the Bridgestone Challenge. In the Bridgestone Challenge, it's literally a battle between Chris Kretzen and Nigel Brunt. There's a couple of riders that are going to push them right to the end of the season. Henk Scalen got a busy day. He's going to be riding in both categories and looking forward to seeing if he can get to the front end. We're going to see some battles as well with the Woutwalers and Lafros Fritz, and Harry Van As also right up there. Final bit of adjustments. Nice to see Momo Hoppe making a little welcome return into the Bridgestone Challenge. As one of our top lady riders, she's definitely going to be looking forward to the challenge here. In race number 1, though, there was a little bit of a different start to the day's racing. And as they went down into turn 1, the usual contenders were at the front. Michael Dixon getting the whole shot and starting to pull away from the rest of the field. But he had some big pressure coming from Kretzen and from Nigel Brunt. However, heading down towards turn 8, we can go on board here with Henk Scalen. There was a big crash. Woutwaler went down and Dixon went down almost instantaneously, bringing out the red flag. There's a replay of it. Have a look at that. Oh, that's a big one coming out of turn 7, Mix FM corner. And it's not quite the way you want to go. Off the line, though, for the restart. And Chris Kretzen and Nigel Brunt getting away from the field and literally left the rest of the field behind them. Kretzen trying to just get a slight advantage heading into the final heat of the season. But Brunt went up the inside and looks like he was going to hold it to the line. And exactly that. As they went through Kenwood corner, Brunt got the advantage and just hung on to bring it down to the checkered flag to take the victory. As they came into turn 8, it swapped out and Kretzen got through to take the first win. So advantage Chris Kretzen heading into race 2. Rob Portman joins me now for race number 2 here. The final time for Bridgestone Challenge.
Yeah, it's a battle between the two Kawasaki machines out front. Watch out for the likes of Christopher Kretzen. Of course, we know how fast he is. Lafros Fritz going to throw his name in there. Henk Scalen, one of the busiest men in motorsport. As the lights are out, looks like a good start from Kretzen from that front row of the grid, but Lafros Fritz not too far behind. And a good start from Henny Swanepoel as well. Harry Van As right in the mix. Nassif Woutwaler. What a good start there from the Fastbike Racing man.
They head down towards turn 2 now and hard on the brakes. You can see it's going to be a little bit of an ask there for the man looking for this championship. Nigel Brunt having some issues. Didn't quite get the start he wanted, Rob, and he's going to have to do some work now as they come onto the back straight for the first time. Kretzen getting away. He's got Henk Scalen on his tail, and then you can see Woutwaler just diving on the inside of Brunt and just demoting him down one more position. Not where he needs to be.
No, Brunt, if things stay the way they are now, Kretzen will be your 2018 Bridgestone Challenge champion. So he's at the top of the hill, turn 5 already, and Brunt, we're going to look a little bit further back there. Done in about 5th place at the moment, so not where he wants to be. He's got a lot of fast riders he's got to try and get through there. Henny Swanepoel now on the big Yamaha R1 starting to make his way through. Bridgestone Tyres got some heat in them now, and they're really starting to work for these riders. Lap times just tumbling all the way through the season. Exactly what we expect from these riders, hoping to make their way up into the Bridgestone Thunderbikes for the 2019 season.
Good little battle in the mid-pack there as well. Keep an eye on it because Harry Van As is fighting hard there with Francois de Villiers as they come across the line and complete another lap. Henk Scalen hanging on as they come flying through there. It's so good to see Henny Swanepoel getting a slightly better start to the day's proceedings, particularly in heat number 2. And starting to threaten in the front end. He's not quite there just yet, but he's just off the back of this little fight.
Yeah, impressive stuff there from Francois de Villiers as well. Momo Hoppe right inside that top 10. Brilliant there. Fellow Siete and Neo Corsa as well right up in the mix. Keith Buerta just outside there, but Nigel Brandt, he's the man that's got to start getting a move on. He's in this dice for 4th and 5th place, but he's starting to get harried now there from Woutwaler, Harry Van As and Francois de Villiers. All the meanwhile, that man out front, Christopher Kretzen, is starting just to edge a little bit of a gap over Henk Scalen.
Henk Scalen is slowly but surely being caught by Brunt, and Brunt dives on the inside, finds a way through, just bumping Nassif Woutwaler to the wide line. Remember, Woutwaler on the 600, so he'll have the corner speed, but the big 1,000 just muscling his way through there.
That's exactly what Brunt needs to do. He is a big man and he's not afraid to get those arms out. Late on the brakes, the back wheel comes up. Will he get that stopped? Ooh, just got chopped off there by Henk Scalen. So starting to look a little bit flustered here. He can see Christopher Kretzen out front trying to close down that gap because you can see that number 1 plate just disappearing as the laps go.
Heading down to turn 2 now, late braking coming here, and that's exactly what Brunt needed to do. Had a look. Lafros Fritz is right there on his tail as well, so not too far off this. Swanepoel, Henny having, as I said, a really good run here, and looking to dive on the inside there of Van As and of de Villiers, so it's going to be a little bit of a fight between them. Nice to see Neo Corsa. Neo Corsa actually behind Momo Hoppe, so Lady Mo having a great run here.
Great to see Momo Hope back in the mix, and great to see this dance. The 3 Kawasaki's at the top of the hill now. Turn number 5, Kretsen's going to hold down the lead. Nigel Brand on the inside, up into second place. So starting to make moves now to the front end of this field to close down his championship rival, Kretsen out front. And look who's coming along for the ride there. Lafrage Fritz right in the mix, but Henny Swanepoel on that Yamaha R1 has now got the bit between his teeth, and he's starting to close down. But out front are 2 championship contenders. This is exactly how we wanted it in the final race of the season.
Yeah, look at that. You can see Team Bussine Racing taking on the man down in second place. And here's a look at it first. Oh, it was close. Very, very close there with 1 to go. It looks like Brunt is going to throw all the cards on the table. He's diving on the inside for 2. Is he close enough? No. Just can't get up the inside there and get past Chris Kretsen.
Kretsen is just closing that line, going very defensive now. He would have got the pit board telling him 1 lap remaining. There is Momo Hope. Look how stylish, one of the most improved riders of the season, runs a little bit wide there, tucks the front end. So easy to do in turn 2, but this is out front. This is the battle for the championship on the final lap of the final race of the 2018 season. This is what is going to come down to. This is what the spectators have come out front to expect, and to the top of the hill, turn number 5. Kretsen hard on the brakes. Look at the front end of that Kawasaki, just loaded. Nigel Brand, no answer at the moment. He's running out of corners.
He's running out of corners fast. There's only 3 to go, and he can't get up the inside of Kretsen. There is a back marker that's going to come into play here. I wonder if that could be it. Loki Vermeulen on the Suzuki. Loki Vermeulen on the Suzuki going to be overtaken here by Kretsen. Here comes Brunt. Brunt dives on the inside as well. He has a look. Oh, he just can't get there. Can you believe it?
He's Nigel Brand. He just... how many times have we seen that this season? In all the categories, MotoGP just lose the front, the rear end comes around. Too much lean angle. I wonder if he hit the foot peg or something. And down he goes on the final lap. That's promoted Lafrage Fritz up into second. Henk Scaling, the 3rd man on the podium. Henny Swanepoel 4th. Oh, and Nigel Brand, last lap of the season. And down he goes. And that has put an end to his championship charge.
Now, Kretsen, a happy man. As you can see, he just pulls onto the sideline. He knows he's taking the victory for Team Bussine Racing and the championship. Well done there. Lafrage Fritz coming through for second ahead of Henk Scaling. It's Henny Swanepoel for Industry Motorcycles in 4th, and Nasi Vodvala making up the top 5. Let's catch up with your new champion, Chris Kretsen, for Bridgestone Challenge.
The feeling hasn't hit me yet. I still can't believe I've done it. But yeah, it's been an eventful year. Just want to say thanks to everyone that's backed me and believed in me. I really appreciate it. And hard luck to Nigel, bro. Next year is another year. Let's go racing next year and see what happens. Sweet.